Laps now for the late model stocks. Look at these great race cars in the late model stocks for the Cars Tour, Hickory, North Carolina. The Tuff Shed 250. We just had William Swalich, who will be in this race as well, win the pro late model portion. That purple 16, kind of midnight blue 16 is Chad McCumbee. He will start on the front row on the pole. Connor Jones to his outside in that pearl white GSX wrap 44.
3 1,000ths of a second. First to second. Third place, Braden Rogers, also 3 1,000ths of a second off the pole. And fourth place starter, the 32 is Zach Miracle, 5 1,000ths of a second off the pole position.
Yeah, that 32 was quick. Behind them, the 4, that's Justin Johnson. And he's followed by a former Hickory Motor Speedway track champion in the 95, Jacob Hefner. And you'll see them after a little while, but right now, looking at second and third on the grid.
Seventh spot going to be the 77 of Connor Hall. Mike Darn is in the number 6 machine. All these drivers, Lenny, in the top 14, separated by less than 1/10 of a second.
Well, there's the 95 of Hefner. Behind them, Connor Hall, as you said, the 77 machine. Let's go with the most recent winners here on our screen. Bobby McCarty, who's in the field. He got a win. Corey Heim, who won a week or so ago in the Truck Series race at Atlanta, won a couple of years back. Taylor Gray, driver who won in the ARCA Series out west a few weeks ago. Bobby McCarty again. So I got to look at Bobby McCarty as the winningest driver here in Cars Tour competition. And can he be able to get it?
At least an active driver. There was that Josh Berry guy.
There was.
Yeah. Meanwhile, speaking of guys that are active, partially active, still active, though not full-time as an announcer this season, he's joining us for our late model stock portion of the broadcast from up in the northern central portion of North Carolina. Let's head down trackside to our pit reporter for this one, Mr. Tyler Williams.
Thank you, guys. Another thing to add in there, we talked earlier about the rubber buildup from the 100 laps of pro late model racing. It is darn right cold down here in the late model pits. The temperature has at least dropped 10 degrees in the real field. Everybody down here went from wearing T-shirts to wearing hoodies like this. It is downright cold, and the wind is still blowing down here, so I sure hope you guys are enjoying the booth, because down here it's getting a little bit frigid in the Appalachian air.
Thank you, Tyler, as we see another, oh boy, is Brandon Willer going to put Destiny to wave the green flag? That's his girlfriend, by the way.
Oh my. You know, I think Tyler was concerned that we weren't warm enough up here. But Tyler, if you can hear us still,
Sweltering.
Tony and I are quite comfortable in our climate-controlled booth. So.
No, we're sweltering and burning up, and you don't want any piece of it. Anyway, nobody believed a single word of that.
Nope.
Going back through the rest of the starting lineup, there you see the 41 of Trevor Ward. He's deeper in the lineup. Mason Diaz, Lane Riggs going to make up row number 5, Lenny. Brandon Pierce, Jonathan Schaefer in this one. Carson Quapple and others, including Carter Langley, Chase Dixon, Jansen Marchbanks, Mike Looney, Chase Burrow, Trevor Ward, and the guy we just saw, William Swalich, will be starting 20th.
Yeah, and Swalich just came off of 100 laps of competition there in that 43 car. He won the Pro Late Model feature just a few minutes ago. So he's got a lot of laps, but you know, that's a lot of work too. Trying to keep Quaffle and Fenhouse behind him. So Starkey, one victory already in hand, so he's partway through the Tuff Shed 250. Can he make it a double? First driver ever to do that, if he does, right?
If he does. That's a big if and a very tough challenge. Final few starters in this one. Dylan Ward, Bobby McCarty, yes, 22nd. Taylor Satterfield, Andrew Grady, Caden Honeycutt, Hayden Swank, and Colby Higgins as we get set to go. The Solid Rock Carriers pace car has made its way off of the racing surface. Chad McCumbee, the pole sitter, will lead the field into turn number 1, and the Tuff Shed 250 for the late model stock cars is green.
Zach Miracle in the 32 on the outside, getting around Connor Jones. So a new second place runner.
Here in the early
Miracle
going.
starting to push really early.
Yeah, Jones back to third, a career best qualifying run for him. Miracle in the pole last year at Florence. Used to starting up front, feels like now in Cars Tour races. He's 2 for 3 inside the top 5 or so. But look at this mess back here about, what is that, about 8th, 9th, 10th on back. You got Lane Riggs, Connor Hall, Jonathan Schaefer, and everybody else.
Riggs is in the multicolored 95. Hall in the teal blue.
That's mermaid green, by the way.
Mermaid green, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Zach Bringer told me that yesterday. I said, what? He's like, yeah, it's like mermaid green or something. Because I said, I love the color of that race car.
The blue on white 91, that is Jonathan Schaefer. And next to the mermaid green 77 of Wade is Mason Diaz. So business picking up in that foursome.
Yeah, you see already the different lines making their way back there. And by the way, if you're watching on social media, as many of you are, this is a free preview of the Tuff Shed 250. It's a little bit ahead of them. Fight for third. Braden Rogers very quickly around the 44. Connor Jones. Let's move Rogers up to third. Jones back to fourth. Maybe a little bit of tire conservation here. But those of you on social media, this is a free preview. You get about 25 laps or so, Lenny. We're going to give them as a teaser here.
So
for the
how do they get to see the rest of the broadcast?
Go to that address in the bottom of the frame as part of our NPM free preview. www.carstour.tv. And by the way, if you're a racer and you're looking for marketing services, press releases, websites, career advice, anything like that, check out Tanya and folks at NPM. They'll be glad to take care of you. And many of the drivers in this field, including, I believe, Braden Rogers, also clients of NPM.
Yeah, NPM does a wonderful job, good organization, and appreciate their support. McCumbee in the 16 car on the left-hand side of the screen, your race leader. Zach Miracle moving up from row 2 to the second place spot, but company on the inside now as the 2 gets there to take it away.
That is Braden Rogers. Started back, didn't start that far back. Started in third. Now trying to get back around Zach Miracle. This is a pretty good race between youngsters. Again, Lenny, I think their combined age doesn't quite equal mine, and I'm starting to feel old. But these cats, again, look at the youth movement. Top 4 of the top 5 aren't even eligible to rent a car. That's how young they are here at Hickory.
Well, and right now they might be getting some road damage as they're touching each other there. The black and red 2 of Braden Rogers, a racer from California. Leaders from North Carolina. Miracle is as well. But Rogers in the mix here in the Tar Heel State.
Yeah, and you see the entire field flash by the speed shot. Love that sound when they go by there. So immersive when you get to feel that right in your living room if you're watching at home. But look at this again. Further back, there's Connor Hall, Mason Diaz, Mike Darn. And we're starting to see that typical two-groove Hickory-style racing, Lenny. There was a lot of concern with the new sealer they put down. Would we be able to see two-groove racing the whole race? Right now, I think the answer to that question is yes.
And what will that sealer react as the temperature drops now that the sun is virtually completely gone?
Does it get slick? Does it grip up? Does it do nothing at all? That'll be a story we certainly will keep our eye on. But good racing here. A little bit ahead of them. There's Jacob Hefner and Connor Jones side by side. Again, a couple of legend car graduates. And Jones is team owner. That 4 car, that is Justin Johnson right there in the thick of it.
Yeah, I think Hefner and Jones have been in the same place or tried to be in the same place at the same time in a number of different races. So no love lost between these two, I don't believe.
No, not at all. And of course, Justin Carroll, Toast as he's affectionately known, calling the shots for Jacob Hefner. Knows how to get the job done here. Won the throwback 276 a number of years ago as they're 3 wide in turn 3. Jones wisely backing out of it as Hefner trying to go towards the front. This is some fantastic racing, already closing in on 20 laps complete.
Hefner is a multi-time champion here at Hickory Motor Speedway, as well as a very, very winning Legends driver in his younger years.
Yeah, certainly a very potent driver, very capable in his own right. I know they had a lot of questions about, do we really want to come run the tour? Are we ready for this? Caraway didn't go the way they planned, and I know they were having some second thoughts. I think the answer to that question now is a very emphatic, yeah, I think we're ready for this.
Yeah, I think he is. I didn't see the things that happened to him at Caraway as anything that said that the driver couldn't get it done. It was just racing situations. And right now, he is definitely getting it done as he's trying to go to the inside of Miracle. Rogers' car is probably slower than both cars behind him.
Well, is it slower or is he just trying to hold them up? Remember, part of the game here is tire conservation. Is that what Rogers is doing? Very well could be, as Miracle now moves back around solidly to second. Here comes the white 44 of Connor Jones, moving once again to P3. I think Braden Rogers has got somebody on the radio saying, back it off, don't burn them up. Because Michael Falk and Lee Falk, they've won Cars Tour races before with multiple drivers in the same season. They know how to get it ready to go.
Wow, the 6 of Mike Darn, the blue and black car on the outside. Justin Johnson, the GSX wraps silver and white 4 on his inside. A couple of veteran drivers, and then Lane Riggs and Connor Hall. Mermaid green, is that really that color?
That's what Zach Bringer told me it was.
Does he always tell you the true story?
Usually.
I want to see a paint chip or a paint code on that. But the 95 of Hefner, followed by the other cars.
And while they continue to soldier around the Hickory Motor Speedway, folks, that's lap number 25. You know what that means? We'll see you on the flip side.